Okay, so you find a picture, whether it's a beautiful model, whether it's a beautiful normal person in the street, or that you find on the internet. And I go for no mask and female, and putting the folder in, the picture in, sorry. And the most important part, if you notice what wrecks this picture here, it's the shadow on the right, the left of her face. And that's equal to the shadow that's on the left of her face here. If you ever get a file, if that opens up, you just have to find where auto search and then find the Reallusion folder in your program files. Select folder, hit OK, and that should continue on. And it's just a break, I don't know, for some reason between where my resource files are kept. When I installed it, I must reinstall it again. Yeah, so any shadows at all on the face of the picture will create a shadow on the face of that. So the picture I'm using hopefully demonstrates no shadows, basically. And that's, you want that, almost pull your hair back and have your face in the sun. That's the picture that I always ask if I'm going to make someone, or someone wants himself made into a character creator or into a figurine. It's also an important part that if you notice on the internet, models know this. They will never let themselves be caught into a T position, an A position. Alright, so now there's more shadow on the left of her face than there is on the right. But I don't want to work directly with this picture. I'm using this picture as a reference for a nice face shape. Because then I want to go into my content, into and start going into skin. Oh, that's pretty gross. And so we can go with the Camilla heavy made up look. Right, so I'm going to try that and see what that turns out looking. And that will basically come over to this. I hit apply. That will give her a whole new sort of like skin plus facial makeup, right? So suddenly it's a little bit more balanced. Yes. Now, the other thing I wanted to try was actually looking at realistic human skin, and go for this sort of look. Apply. Okay, so it's given her a much more tone to her body and things like that. Okay, I still want to sort of have a look at what the options are, but I'm more inclined to go back to the skin, full skin, and realistic human skin, and go for that one, see what that brings up. Female athletic, that might be just what I've done, I'm not sure. Okay. Skin, realistic skin. Okay, skin base. Female default, clean. Seeing what some of the differences are. Get that white pale look. Yeah, I like that better. Okay. Okay. Alright. Looking at it all, I would go into any skin details. Not seeing a lot of difference with these ones. The one I do like is liquid and adding realistic human sweatful. That adds a. Okay, now going back to makeup. See if we can. Alright, looking better. Now we'll go to here. Actually, I'll go back to my own hair. Got a morphed hair, and then I'm going to put. Actually, I'm going to put that one on her. Okay, looking good, baby. And now, okay. Now, give this lovely lady, put some clothes on her. I'll actually jump back to Iclone for that, and I'll put a skirt on her actually. Okay. Actually, no. What I'll do is I will change that to the shorts. Seems a bit more practical. Where are we? Pants. Yeah, I'm going for the little shorts. It's nicer, and then that into we'll do cloth shirts. Okay. Put some shoes on you. And you're pretty well ready to go. Alright, now it's just as easy. Hit the magic button of Iclone. As soon as you've created any picture into someone. We hit Iclone 8. Now while that's opening up, let's open up Epic Engine. Go to 5.1. The other thing is, with Character Creator 4, it's important to remember that once you've made that model, save it into here. So go to Custom, go to Actor, and this is just a test. So if I was to, okay, in here, Games, Third Person, CC4, third person, create. Now a lot of people are doing it this way because of the plugins. They're not hard to get, okay? So if we were to go over to, well, with our actual Character Creator 4, we can go up to our help, to the plugins, get the untool for Unreal, right? So we hit that, that opens up the link. And meanwhile, this is opening up. Let's minimize that down. And this opens up to here, where you have a free download for Unreal Engine. So you hit there, and that is for all versions from 4.24 up to 5.1. Oh, sorry, yeah, I think it's 4.24, way early than you'll need. So you simply download that. That opens up in your downloads. You hit save. That's opened up. I've got it actually on minimal setting. You can have it on high, it'll look the same, but I put it on minimal because we're just using this to transfer and we're not making a movie inside of it. So if you wanted then, you know, say we went into just to give us some basic animation, go into persona, female, and then we could just give her a nice idol, so that she has a nice idol upon, and it makes a nice idol that you can add actually to the model when you're in Unreal. So that'll go for its allotted amount of time, and it stops. I like to grab that number, Control C, hit that, Control into the end frames, and Control V and hit return, and then the whole length of the video clip is that one motion. So then, minimizing that, like that's still loading, sorry. What I was meaning was, if in here, in actors, in characters, in folder, in CC4 models, I added her as test model. Then I don't need that anymore. I can close it off, because if I open up iClone, go to my custom, it just updated, right? Actors and characters and folder, CC4. And there she is. So I can take her straight out of there into here. I don't need it's only making her that you basically go to there. And now going back to our download, which is finished, just hit the exe button, hit yes, hit next, accept, next, next, and you can close all that off, because you'll have a folder that opens up that looks like this. We simply go into here, grab copy, Control C or copy, and then minimize that. Go down to Unreal Engine, Unreal Engine. It's still shading. Go to right click, show in folder. This opens up. Go to the front of your folder. Go to that folder there, so you're here. Right click and paste. Close that off. go up to your settings, plugins, and Real Illusion. Hit there. Activate that. And pardon me, but I like a bit of privacy. So I'm just going to open up that because then we will restart. And as you see, that's in there and that's in there. So we hit there. We put it to high Q shader. Hit apply. If you want, you can go grab that, create live link origin. It'll be in the left corner. So we move it over to somewhere that it should appear, which is a more nicer place in the game. Say even up to on stage. And always save. Okay, so that's pretty well ready. We can also hit window, virtual production, live link, and that comes over here. Source, iClone, port number. Okay, so that's linked. That's Unreal Engine setup. Then we open up Iclone 8 again, or sorry, we go back to it. Go to your Unreal Live link and disconnect camera, disconnect light, disconnect prop. Usually gives it no name, so even if it has a name. So go back to the scene and I'll just call her test model, whatever you want to call it. Up to Unreal Live link, include motion, range, and that will take in the whole idle. That's it. Hit transfer file. And it would be the longest process between them all, which is why a lot of people aren't doing this, but it means that you can add motions with the person and then re-add, because once this test model is into Unreal Engine, it then becomes a set model inside Unreal Engine that I don't have to transfer over again. I can just rechange your animations and hit send that, send that, send that, and it'll just keep sending more different little animations, always connecting it with that particular model. And they'll so yeah. But this length of time here takes a little bit of time to get it through. Cup of tea time. And that should be it done. We'll open up our, I'll just finish saving it. Okay, she's finally in. Right. So as usual, it has stuffed the hair up, so we can go into our test model and roll down to Alright, open each one of those down to the opacity multiplier and bring it up to about 3.8. Control C. Now you won't notice the dot on that one, but you see, you won't notice it there. And that one, same thing goes for every single, whether you've got 1 or 20. Judge the hair yourself. If what I'm doing is making your hair too severe, then lower the number. But I found it's around that it seems to work. Some models, if you, I guess you got to remember, if you get ones with bangs and extensions, every single one of those is going to have to be redone. I've had some models that, you know, the hair looks beautiful. There's about a good 15 of these that you have to do, because every single little fiber of the hair and all different little extensions. Okay, all done, and we can save the whole girl. If any of the skins are missing, and then it's just a matter of isolating a part of her and going up and down. If any of these are missing any of the skins, then you simply go to there and search for the part that's missing, like that one there. It's your leg, so isolate, that's just her legs. So if that was blank, I would type in legs, and that will take me to that reference there, and then you have a look at which one gives it that color that you want. Okay, so she's saved, and we can close off all of these. And we're back to her looking good. So go to content, then go to characters, then mannequins, animations, and many. Right click many, retarget animation assets, duplicate and retarget, and then I'm going to do the same thing again and go many, retarget, duplicate, none, and then go from many to 4. So from this one up to our new model, test model, and hit CC4 again as a prefix. Change to the correct same directory that got the model from. Okay, hit retarget, and we've got her working beautifully. Okay, so then we go back to content, third person, blueprints, third person character. Actually, first, what I want to do as well, before we open that up, I'm going to right click and duplicate and call it NPC. And then we can go to here and go to mesh, viewport, scalable mesh assets. We find our test model, and then animation blueprint, we change that to the CC4 one that we made. And so we compile, save, and as I like to do, I change the speed to walking because I noticed them running all the time. Compile, save, and I can get rid of that one, because if we hit play, there's our lovely, hello darling, yeah, very nice. Okay, so that's a CC4 from a picture of a person. What I actually like to do is, because I'm not playing games, I'm more into, so bring the camera a bit closer, and then when I push play, hello, right? So there's the, CC4 model, and that you've created in Character Creator 4, and